2013 was a stellar year for IPOs. Well, hold on to your hats because 2014 is shaping up to be even better. Joining me now is Tim Keating. He is the CEO of Keating Capital. So Tim, what is going on with this market? We are off to a great start for IPOs. Why? Because the regular stock market has not been that stellar.
In a word, growth. That was the theme last year, and IPO investors clamored to the riskiest sector of the IPO market, which is healthcare. And right now the public is clamoring for big double-digit growth stories, and they continue to pile into new issues.
So we've had 37 IPOs priced year to date. That's over 80% increase. We've seen a lot in the biotech sector. Why such a big push out of that group?
It was the sector that really came to life last year, and to put things in perspective, last year was the best year in the IPO market that we've had in the last 13 years, and it was really led by the healthcare and biotech sector. Many of those stocks were up well over 100% from their IPO prices, and this year, if you look at the 37 IPOs, 20 have been in the healthcare sector so far. So investors are really in a risk-on mode and clamoring for those stocks that really have the ability to double and triple.
And not only that, the filings year to date, the filings have grown tremendously. So we know we've got a lot coming up. Are we seeing more of a shift to the tech side now?
There will be more tech stocks coming for sure, and there is a backlog there. So if the pace continues, last year we had a little over 220 IPOs, which was the best year since 2000, the last year of the dot-com bubble. And with the early indications so far, we're really on pace to have a tremendous IPO year. And I think what's different this year, the first 5 weeks of the year were quite volatile. 2013 was a very flat, steady year. So the IPO market has been resilient even in the face of an early spout of volatility in January, early February.
That's right. When we look at the performance of these IPOs, the IPOs have way outperformed the S&P 500. We've seen an increase of 11% average IPO return versus a negative 2.8% for the S&P 500.
There's been a very good first day pop, just as there was last year, and IPOs on balance outperformed a very strong S&P 500 of 32% last year, so that's a very tough bogey. And what's most interesting, I think, so far this year, last year we had 6 companies that had doubles on their first day, a double pop on their first day of trading. It took us till June of last year to get the first one, which was Noodles. Already, in the first 2 months of 2014, we've had 3 companies that have had increases of over 100% on their first day of trading. That's really quite remarkable.
And we've got some really interesting names coming up. I know this week we've got coupons.com. Very excited about that. We also have some more internet names like Grubhub. We have the Chinese online retailer JD.com. Which one are you hearing the most buzz about?
I think the big one for 2014 a year is definitely going to be Alibaba. That's going to be an absolute monster and one where all eyes are on. So above everything else, it's really that. I mean, that's the king of the IPO market in 2014.
And of course, there is the King IPO that's coming. Thank you so much. That's Kim Keating of Keating Capital, and I'm Deborah Borchardt for The Street.